Hi everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with Spellbinders and their limited edition Santa Lane Christmas Kit. I'm going to show you just some of the products that we are going to create, or I should say projects that we're going to create. And this video is going to be set up just a little bit differently than the normal card kit. Usually I do a reveal and then go into my 10 cards. This one, we're going to do everything, but we are going to start off, as you can see, with the reveal. This is the gorgeous packaging that you're going to see, and I want you to see the difference between their monthly card kit to this box card kit. It's a lot thicker, so we all know what that means. Oh, so much more is jam-packed in this. You are going to get your card that will let you know what should be in your package as you dig through, and then, of course, some inspiration. You are going to get a 14 sheet cardstock pack. You're going to get 2 silver mirror, 2 mirrored gold, 2 white, and then some single colors. You'll get 2 reds, and then you'll get more single colors. So you do have more of certain colors if you are the more traditional colors for Christmas, but it's 14 sheets of that cardstock. You will also get your standard A2 side card bases. You will get 13 of those, however, along with 13 envelopes. Remember, A2 is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And you're also going to get 12 5 by 7 card bases and envelopes to go with them as well. A roll of double-sided tape and 2 double-sided foam squares, a 6 by 6 paper pad with some beautiful pattern papers in there, and you can see some of them you can just cut in certain ways and your card is done. Again, I always say it, let your pattern paper do the work for you. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, and we hoard it. Yes, we do. So have fun with it. We'll get some puffy glitter, red glitter stickers, or letters, I should say. You'll get some gold puffy snowflakes, some puffy sentiments, both in a strip and also the words themselves. You will get a pack of the glitter embellishments, some gold sequins in different shapes, some chipboard stickers, some vellum 3D stickers. Yes, we're still going here. Die cut pieces. I still feel the same about these die cut pieces that I do with the regular kit. I love the die cuts. I think they are great. I love the fact that you have regular images in here and tickets and vintage pieces all mixed in. You also get another pack of those, and these are mainly sentiments. So one are just your images. This one is full of cards with sentiments, sentiment strips, sentiment words, and all that goodness that goes in there. Here is your stamp set with some beautiful fonts for your sentiments and that deer. And then you get this die set. Now you'll be able to build a Santa Claus and a snowman and a sled with some presents. So let's get started. Again, as you can see, this is going to be a long video, so it's going to be gabby, just a little bit, little bit, but we're going to have fun. I am going to start out making cards. Now, the cards that I'm starting out with are the 5 by 7, maybe. Nope, I'm starting out with the regular size, the standard A2 size. See, I get confused. This process is going to be the same. I love collaging with this kit. For the Spellbinders kit, it's how I am inspired. With all of these die cuts and chipboards and stickers and 3D elements that come into that kit, That is just really inspires me. And I love collaging. I think it adds some wonderful dimension to your cards. I think it adds wonderful interest to your cards. You can see this card here, I have switched over to a 5x7, and we can still do the same thing with that. We can still collage. We can still have fun creating our multiple images, multiple sentiments that come across it. I'm even going to go on the inside of this one because I just fell in love with the fireplace, but I used the vellum fireplace on the front. Still sticking with the 5x7 card. Now, what I did was, you can see a larger panel on the 5x7. I took the 6x6 piece of paper and cut it to 4x6. So that's going to leave an inch off of each side, which will make it a 1/2 inch on each side of that panel to give a beautiful border automatically, like a mat, like we would with our solid cardstock. Again, using the same principles. It doesn't matter what size your card is. You can apply the same techniques and the same processes that you do to create your cards. This card as well, we are going back to the standard A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I fell in love with these trees. So I figured having this tree line in the back and then taking, excuse me, the single die cut tree, propping that up with some double-sided foam squares right in the center. And they had this beautiful bow. So having that come off the bottom of the tree, we don't have to see the bottom. We can create our own illusions when it comes to our images. I'm going to add a stamp on the one side, and I'm going to add one of the chipboard sentiments on the other. And we're going to add some of those beautiful faceted gems. And they have like a glitter background. For this card, we are back to a 5x7 card, and we're just going to go to town again using a mixture of the die cuts, of the chipboard pieces, and of the 3D, not the vellum, but the regular 3D cardstock embellishment. So I've set my sentiments in place, and even though that was a tag, I set that up underneath it. I just loved the sentiment where it said special delivery. So we've got to have a post office Santa's mailbox there, some tickets and a stamp coming off the top, and then we're just going to have Dear Santa sitting on that corner. Again, we're going to add some more of these faceted self-adhesive gem elements to the front of our card. Did not realize that my camera was not filming here. I was having a real problem with my my phone is what I used to film, so I do apologize. So that's what this one looks like. We've got a whole home theme going on there with the front door. Yeah, I apologize for that. I just did not realize for some reason my phone was constantly shutting off while filming. I wasn't shutting it off. It wasn't like I shut it off usually and I forgot to turn it back on. So I do apologize for that. That was a standard A2 size card. We are back to the 5x7 now. And again, we're going to add some of that gold mirror cardstock to the back. We don't always have to use our gold mirror cardstock to frame or create a mat. We can use it as a backdrop. And that's what I'm doing here. So just having a window with the heart coming off, adding these beautiful ice skates with the florals and putting those on top of a tag just to let them stand out just a little bit more. Going to add some of these puffy stars to the front. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of water there. And then just adding a sentiment right across the window. This, again, let your pattern paper do the work and use these wonderful foam glittered letters. So I have 2 pieces of pattern paper layered. This is a standard A2 size card. I'm taking 2 of the sentiments and building them up. So it's like creating our chipboard like we do with our die cut sentiments. Adds just a little bit of dimension. And then I'm going to place my letters. Now, I was thinking I was going to do something else, but that Christmas sentiment, while I like it, the size relation to the word Merry that I'm going to build, I thought it was going to work being underneath and have Merry over it. That wasn't going to work. So I put the Merry down first, and I'm going to take that Christmas and put that right over the Merry Christmas so that we can see that. Very simple, quick, and I think it is a great card. So here, we're going to switch over now to the dies. I did make a card using each of the elements of the die, and this one is on a standard A2 size card base, and we're going to start with Santa. Now, again, I'm going to apologize. My camera was giving me a problem. I was just noticing it more, so we didn't lose too much of this footage. So again, I do apologize for that. But you know what? That's what happens when we do this and we just go so that you can enjoy the free content. Yes, absolutely. But it is frustrating. Just totally. So I'm just having fun creating my elements. Now I made, this die, it looks like you can add your Santa, arms in different ways, and have him formed. At least I saw that. I'm sure I didn't put mine together the right way because again, I always see something different and I make it work. We don't always have to follow our dies, right? Right. Yes, I was that kid that if you tell me I can't, I'm going to do it. I'm going to at least try. So I wanted his, I just wanted his hands to go in a certain way. So yeah, I was having problems with that. And you can see how much I'm skipping across this video. But again, Spellbinders does make it extremely easy to put their dies together. You can see how we just passed right through the body. Again, I do apologize, but they think of everything when it comes to their dies, down to the base of the boot, to have that strip as well. I'm using this craft knight here because I was just placing things in the wrong spot. So I was just scratching off the extra glue after it dried so that I didn't have that there. Placing down the soles of the boot right now. So I have his, him set that way, almost like he's waving just a little bit. And I'm going to set him right in the center of my card, and I'm going to put a sentiment right underneath him that says Merry Christmas, so that one of the puffy stickers, so that it doesn't look like he's completely floating. But I really just wanted him to be standing there. It's a beautiful die. So many dies are available to create him, and that's part of the inspiration on the card that comes with your kit. This one here is going to be a 5x7. So again, cutting that pattern paper down to 4x6, and then I did create a mat cut 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 that will sit on. I also took some of the white cardstock and created my own hills of snow. These are not dies, but all you have to do is just wiggle your scissors right across there, and I used both sides after I cut that strip. I'm working on the sled right now, so I'm going to have a snowman pulling a sled just a little bit. And the snowman is just absolutely adorable. These hats are too cute. I couldn't decide if I wanted a blue with the white pom-pom and brim, or if I wanted the white with the blue brim and pom-pom. That's the one that I chose. So I just had fun cutting them, because when you do die cut them, you'll be able to flip between. I'm going to have my presents have a lot of gold, so I'm putting gold on the top of the presents, and I'm also going to be adding the gold bows to the tops as well. Again, lots of shine, lots of shimmer for this. And again, I just let, you know, I use the contents of the kit. I mean, you can certainly go around the edges of your die cuts to give them even more dimension. But you can see here, you know, you have a blue, you have a green, you have a light blue, you have a red, you have a brown, which is what I used for the bag. You have the black and the orange. So they do give you all the colors of which they think you're going to die cut your pieces. And again, 14 pieces of cardstock. It's kind of awesome. So now that I have the sled done, I'm just putting that in place, seeing exactly where I would want that to go. And I'm going to real quick put the bag in there as well in the background. And that's why I kind of set that, because I wanted that to sit in that area there. Putting together the snowman with the two little circles that you die cut. And then I'm going to put some black cardstock behind it instead of die cutting it, because I would have lost those. I would have lost those little dots like there was no tomorrow. So we're just going to put small strips of black cardstock behind our little snowman, and voila, we have coal eyes and buttons. Yes, to me that was easier. Going to add his arms down onto the front. And then I'm going to add his carrot nose. So for these types of die cut projects, tweezers are definitely your friends. And so is my wax pencil or a gem picker, if you should have one of those. They are just huge. Now what also comes is this gold band. Now this could go over Santa's shoulder, and his hand could be up there looking like it's holding it. I wanted this to be like a rope that the snowman is pulling. So I just took that, got that set, making sure that it's in behind his hand there, and then just pressing down onto that area, because I want that connected to the sled itself, so it looks like he's pulling his sled. For my sentiment, I'm going to use the puffy stickers. I pulled out Believe, and then the strip underneath it is going to say In the Magic of the Season. For the eye, I'm going to use one of the puffy stars from that set. These are very sticky, by the way. I got them all over the place, and then I'll just set that strip, and that is our second die cut. Now with all of these pieces, I didn't even put a dent with those cards that I did. So now let's just have some fun with some tags. So I have these plastic containers. I got them from my dollar store, and I always keep them close by, especially when I'm die cutting, or my Jello cups. Because those are what my die cut pieces go in. So I'm using those to hold the gems, to hold my 3D stickers, the cards, the sentiments, and the die cuts. And I just have that straight out in front of me. And I'm just having fun with the strips of pattern paper that I had left from when I cut my panels on my other cards. So if I cut a 4x6, I had a 2-inch panel coming from that. If I cut just a strip in the front of another panel on a regular card, well, I've got that piece as well. My panels from my standard A2 size cards were cut 4 to 5 1/4. So again, I have that 2-inch strip. So those are what I'm using. I'm using those 2-inch strips. You can see those small pieces there. And I am just having fun creating tags. And again, collaging, adding those strips of pattern paper. To create my tag, I just cut a strip of cardstock, solid cardstock, to be 2 3/4. And then I cut it again to be 4 1/4. So basically, that is a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch panel, a card front panel, standard A2 size. And then I cut it in half along the 5.5, which will give me the 2 3/4. And then I just cut one of my corners off, and then I flip it over, put it to the other side, and I cut along that. I have one as a template, and I cut the rest that way. You can make your own tags. You don't need a die. So that's the beauty of it. And all my tags are this size, and I'm just having fun. I'm adding sequins, I'm adding gems, I'm adding all the die cuts. I'm making some that are longer, going up and down, vertically. I'm making some that are going to be a portrait, which is wider, on a landscape way. And just having fun, just adding these elements. These are going to make adorable tags for your gift. Now, what's funny is when I was doing, well, no, I think it's funny, and I don't know if you will. When I was doing this, I'm like, okay, I'll just show 5 tags. We kept going. I mean, I can make tags, all day and all of that. Again, here, even on a tag, I'm letting the pattern paper do the work for me. I have that beautiful pattern paper. I knew where I want that to sit. I placed my tag down in that area, and I just cut along my tag like we do the sides of our cards when something is hanging off. So the same techniques that we do in our card making, we can certainly do with our tags. So those were the tags that I made, and I decided we're going to do 5 more. So here comes more tags. And again, just place that pattern paper in different areas. It doesn't have to be covering the entire tag. This is a white tag from their white cardstock. Just wanted to have that little bit of color down onto the one corner of that. I'm going to add another piece of pattern paper, again, all pushing down into that corner. I'm going to add the adorable Santa right in the center of that. He is going to hang over. Now you can let that hang over and make a cute tag. I chose to trim that. Sorry, Santa. Yes, I do believe I drive my husband crazy because I believe in the magic of the holidays. We smile, we laugh, and I really enjoy working on Christmas or holiday cards. Not that I don't enjoy all of the others as well, but I really do enjoy these more. It would be awesome to do these every video to be a holiday type card. It would absolutely be awesome. But we smile, we laugh more, we enjoy more, at least I do. So yeah, I just had a great time working with this kit, creating all of these. Do not do what I just did there. Do not take your fingers and pull up from your blades. I should have learned from the first time, because you will go sideways and those are sharp. Yeah, please don't do what I do. Be safe. So yeah, I just had a lot of fun. So I made 10 cards and I did 10 tags, and I still didn't put a dent into the contents that come into this kit. You can see I have a pink base. I have a pink base for my tag. Why not? We can use any colors. I love pink, gray, and silver together. I love aqua, gold, and ivory together for the holidays. I do lean, though, towards the traditional colors, but it's got to be a deep hunter green and a deep cherry red, and an ivory. I'm not really a white kind of gal when it comes to the holidays, but it does add some beautiful highlights to things. So we can use any colors. You know, we can have a rainbow for our Christmas cards. That's what I love about creating our art. We get to say what it's going to be. We get to create what we want to create as we're trying out new things, or we were inspired by 2 different videos that we saw, or 2 different posts that we saw, and we loved the color scheme from one, and we loved the image from the other. It's wonderful that we can combine those to see what it looks like. It doesn't have to be, you know, define what's normal. Define that. It's what we like, and it's what we enjoy. That's why I encourage you all so much to enjoy this process. I've been there. I know it's tough. You compare yourself. I did. You know, you get caught in this spiral, and you're like, I did the same exact thing. I used the same products that they did, and mine does not look like that. But don't do it. You'll break eventually. I did. And now I'm enjoying the craft even more. These are the products that I have left from this kit. Again, 10 cards, 10 tags. Those are all of the die cuts that I have. These are all of the gems and sequins. I do believe, though, the sequins breed on their own, so I'll never run out of those. I didn't even get to the gorgeous gold puffy snowflakes. I only went through half of the paper pad, and I do keep my scraps. I keep those in there. I'll put them in a little envelope, and these are all the pieces of the solid cardstock and the mirror cardstock that I have. And you can see I still have even more tags because I'm still going to create them as well. To recap, I'm going to show you the awesome products that were created from this kit. And I didn't even, you know, the stamp set. I didn't even get to the stamp set. So think about it. So I only did 5 standard size and 5 5x7. So that means I still have 7 5x7 card bases and envelopes left. And I still have 8 standard A2 size card bases left as well. I do hope you enjoyed the projects that I put together featuring the Santa Lane Christmas kit. The product that I used, this kit, will be linked down below and is available now. And if you have any questions, please make sure you leave those down below as well, and I will respond to your question as soon as I can. I will also have a link to the Spellbinders blog and their shop as well. I encourage you to look at their blog. They have so much inspiration there. So people that are also creating with this kit, you can see what they did with it and how they were inspired to create with this. And I'm so sorry about that little tiny ding there. Forgot to put my phone on vibrate. My apologies. But have fun. Enjoy. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and watching this video. It is a long video, and I do get gabby because that's what I do. But have fun creating your art. Have fun trying new things. Always here for your questions if you have any, and I'll help you along the way. Just enjoy and breathe. But remember what's most important. Always, always be creative. And guys, I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.